could stay.
And we tell me pretty things along the way. And I will lay beside you and listen to the things you have to say.
Will you take me to your secret world again?
And will you make me into more than just a friend? And you can lay beside me, and I will talk of love that never ends.
Each other tight
and make love all through the night
till the early morning light, and we'll know that it's right. Pretty lady, I'm in love with you.
And just maybe we can make our dreams come true. When the night is over, we will be as one instead of two.
Pretty lady,
we will be as one.
Pretty lady,
instead of two.
Pretty lady.
I'm just a man in a story. All right. We are live. How is everybody tonight? Hope everybody's having a good Monday night. Let's see who's with me so far here before we start talking about physical media releases of 2021. My top 10 favorite physical media releases of 2021. My wish list of movies that I hope will receive a new physical media release this year. And we may have some other stuff to do here tonight. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. Right off the bat, Nico, thank you for the $10 super chat. Hey, Piz, celebrating a year of great region-free physical media with you and your pals. Oh, awesome, man. Thank you, Nico. I appreciate it, man. Always a pleasure. Thank you. And yes, if you've not dropped a like on the stream so far, please do so. I would also appreciate that very much. Liking the beard? Well, thank you. I appreciate it. I play with it way too much. That didn't sound right. Pretend I didn't say that. That could be taken out of context. And, that could be taken out of context. Who else is with me tonight? I've got Queen Fan 05, Crematory Stench, Austin Rahodi, Sean Sr., Sam Thomason. There's Dave. What's up, Dave? Captain Halloween. Keith, what's up? Gay Scream Fan, how are you? Carlos, thank you for the thumbs up on the stream. Big Crack Rock, what's up? Robert Long, hello. I'm guessing that's West Virginia Horror Media. What's up, Scary Jerry 22 over on Twitch? Horror Gang, Shock as Juan, Rock Music Forever 90. Joshua Kritzer, Michael Piatowski, Scott Murphy, Zombie 7979, Megavania fan, Dr. Strangelove. Manny, you're watching Shock. Very cool. Very cool. I liked Shock a lot. And that was the Arrow release for Mario Bava / Lamberto Bava's Shock. May end up on my favorite physical media releases of this year, next year. So we'll see how that goes. But I hope everybody's doing well. During the course of our stream, if you want to share with me some of your own favorite physical media releases from last year, please do so. Also, if there are any movies that you want to see get a new physical media release this year, post those. So, before we dive into the top 10, let's do a couple of unboxings. One of them is physical media. The other is quite possibly the greatest shirt ever to be created. WrestleMania is on tonight. I thought WrestleMania came on Sundays. Maybe that's maybe I don't know. Maybe that's the old school. So anyway, let's unbag what I think is going to be the greatest shirt of all time. I cannot wait to get it open and take a look at it. Oh. Oh yeah. It's a what do they call it? One of those it's a mashup of two of my favorite things. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Limp Bizkit. How cool is that? And yes, Leatherface is wearing a backwards red, I'm assuming it's a Yankee cap. Is that not the coolest shirt ever in the history of shirts. I don't think I can wear this. I think I'm going to have to get it framed. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, WrestleMania 17. Oh, that's right. WrestleMania 17. Yeah, that's a really old one. Okay. But see, I know, do they still do, they don't even call them pay-per-views anymore now since they're all on the WWE network. Do those air on Sundays now, or do they air on, when do they air? I've not watched wrestling in a long, long time. The shirt does deserve a like. If you like this stream for no other reason, it is for that shirt. Okay? I agree. Thank you, Chris. Mr. Sam, Dr. CZ Death. By the way, Chris, if you're looking for the perfect gift for Sam, there you go. There you go. All right, well, I think I'm going to gaze upon this shirt lovingly several more times during the course of tonight's stream. We've also got some physical media here from Vinegar Syndrome. This is one of their new releases, and it may end up on my top 10 of this year. Next year, we'll see. Anybody want to take a guess what it is? Vinegar Syndrome. Any guesses? Taking shots tonight? Possibly. Yep, I've got some. It's actually warm. They won't be good shots, put it that way. The biscuit is family. That is true. You should get 2 matching shirts for Valentine's Day. I agree. You should. It's not Trauma, Aiden. I've already got Trauma. This is one of their... Nope, it's not Ticks. They literally just announced it very recently. So. No, I'm all out of the Good Doctor. I'm all out of the Good Doctor, Keith. I'm all out. So yeah, this is like their brand newest release, and it is for Girlfriend from Hell. And take a look at that artwork on the slip. My God, how pretty is that? On the back of it here, the devil made her do it. Not that she minded. That's cool. That is cool. Yeah, very cool slipcase. Yeah. Looking forward to checking this one out. I remember seeing this one on the video store shelves back in the day, but I don't think I ever rented it. So, yeah. I've heard good things. So, Girlfriend from Hell. Am I going to talk about Criterion's faulty 4Ks? I don't know anything about Criterion. I really don't know anything about Criterion, period. I'm not a big Criterion collector. I honestly think Criterion is overrated. Really. So, all right, cool. All right, let's put those... We'll put those aside for right now. Hey, Preston, what's up? Any extra thoughts on Scream 5 beyond what you said on your review? No, not really. I think I covered all the bases, and then we talked about it at length on Region Free, and I'm doing a patron stream on Thursday, and I'm sure we'll probably talk about it then too. So by then I'll probably be all talked out on Scream. But you know, I liked it, and I'm glad that it's doing well at the box office, and I hope they don't rush out Scream 6. I really hope they take their time, they give it a couple of years, and you know, not try and rush it out and capitalize on it on Scream 5's success, and you know. So, anyway, let's talk physical media. We need a cheerleader camp Blu-ray. I agree, Carlos. I agree. We definitely need a cheerleader camp Blu-ray. All right, so before I start my top 10 physical media releases of last year, I want to do some honorary mentions. All right, and the first honorary mention goes to 101 Films, The Last Broadcast release. I've always been a fan of this film. I think it gets unfairly compared to the Blair Witch Project, although they are slightly similar, but I don't know. I've always really liked this movie. I'm glad that 101 Films gave it this kind of quality, you know, collector's edition release. The picture quality and the sound quality are great. The extras are plentiful, and it's just a really nice looking release on top of that. Just, yeah. If you're a fan of The Last Broadcast, then this should certainly be in your collection. I've done reviews of just about all of these releases. So for a more in-depth look into each of these, go check out those videos. So I'd actually intended on doing this as an ordinary video and not doing a live stream. But then I saw that Christian Hannah Horror had done a video today, and Nick from the Lost River Drive-In did a live stream earlier today, and I was like, well, goodness gracious, I've got to, if I do a regular video, it's going to take at least a few days for it to be ready to come out. I'm just going to do it live. I pulled a Bill O'Reilly, and we're just going to do it live. So now you should look into it, Alan. It's a fun movie. Love The Last Broadcast. Was so happy to be able to upgrade from my old DVD. Same here, Autumn. Same here. But this is a really solid release from 101 Films. Definitely, it was very close to making the top 10, but not quite. 2 4K releases from Blue Underground have made the honorary mention list. And it is the Maniac Cop 2 and Maniac Cop 3 4K releases. The picture quality and the sound quality on these are absolutely killer. Blue Underground's 4K releases have all been stellar. The ones that I've purchased, they do a really great job with all of their 4Ks. These two were absolutely no exception. I actually think I like the Part 3 release better. Part 2 is the much better movie, but Part 3 has an incredibly fun and entertaining live commentary with Alan Smithy. Now the whole thing, this movie is officially directed by Alan Smithy, which I'm sure you all know about the Alan Smithy pseudonym. It was actually directed by William Lustig. Then he walked away, and Joel Swasan came in and finished up. The two, they really disliked each other while making this movie. They buried the hatchet. They came back together and they recorded really one of the most fun and entertaining commentaries I've listened to in a very, very long time for Maniac Cop 3. So even though Maniac Cop 3 is the lesser of the two as far as quality of film, the commentary for Maniac Cop 3, just phenomenal. But both of these are absolutely fantastic releases. You can't go wrong with either one. Hey, Toronto Freddy, what's up, man? How you doing? No, Gay Scream Fan, I did not hear that. All right, moving along here. I've got one other honorable mention. I debated whether or not to add these to the list of honorable mentions, but I'm going to anyway. And that's the Scream Factory Halloween 4Ks. They all look great on 4K. I think the Halloween 1 4K, the Scream Factory 4K is better than the Anchor Bay 4K. It just looks better to me. I know to a lot of people, they have said that they prefer the Scream Factory Halloween 1 4K over the Anchor Bay one. I agree. And I thought 2, 3, 4, and 5 all looked really good in 4K. And I think part of, part of the joy of collecting isn't just to collect, so that you have every single release, but to have the best quality release. And yes, I own all of these on multiple formats, but right now, when it comes to picture quality and sound quality, this is the best Halloween 1 through 5 have ever looked or sounded, in my opinion. So, yeah. So, they made the honorary, the honorable mention list, the Halloween 1 through 5 Scream Factory 4Ks. All right, now we're about to dive into the top 10. Have to add those Maniac Cops to your want list, Brian. Yeah. If you're a fan of Maniac Cop 2 and 3, they definitely need to be on your list. I'm a sucker for Arrow, so one of my favorite 2021 releases is Sleep. Sleep. I must have slept on that one. I don't remember an Arrow Sleep release. Hey, Papa, what's up? How are you? All right, so let's start with number 10. My top 10 physical media releases of 2021 at number 10. What's up, Killer Cutie? How are you doing? Scream Factory's The Dead Zone release. If you saw my review of this release and of the movie, I've been a huge fan of Dead Zone for a long time. It's one of my favorite Stephen King adaptations. It's unfortunately the one that kind of gets overlooked the most, which is unfortunate because, you've got, of course, it's directed by David Cronenberg, produced by Deborah Hill, and just such an incredible performance from Christopher Walken. What cojones on David Cronenberg to cast Christopher Walken as John Smith, the literal everyman, for this movie. And his performance is just killer. Heartbreaking. Such a great movie. It's just too bad that, like I said, when it comes to King adaptations, everybody talks about it. Everybody talks about The Shining. Nobody really ever talks about The Dead Zone. So hopefully this Blu-ray got The Dead Zone on a few more people's radar. I thought it was a really good release, picture quality and sound quality wise. It only had a couple of new extras on it, but still a really solid release from Scream Factory. If you've not seen The Dead Zone, watch the frickin' Dead Zone. Great movie. Thank you, Joe33. Yeah, glad you could make glad you could make it to a live stream too, man. Welcome. But yeah, great movie. If you've not seen the Dead Zone, definitely look into it. I saw a movie recently that freaked me the hell out on Shudder called Dark and Wicked. The Dark and the Wicked was like my favorite movie from last year. Or year before last, I'm sorry. So there's my new pieces alert. Gotta love some Pieces, man. That's a movie that we need in 4K, is Pieces. That's a movie that we need in 4K. But The Dark and the Wicked, I loved it. It was one of my favorite movies from 2020. If you've not seen The Dark and the Wicked, definitely check out The Dark and the Wicked. No doubt about that. Uzi Suicide, what's up? That Shawscope Volume 1, probably number 1 for me. I didn't get my hands on that one, so I can't judge it. But I'm sure it was a good release. Joe Reese, your favorite Blu-rays of 2021 were Phantom of the Mall, The Kindred, and Halloween 4 and 5 4K. Okay. All right, moving on. Number 9 on my top 10 favorite physical media releases of 2021. Another one that made its Blu-ray debut last year, Killer Party. Late 80s well, when did this come out? Not late 80s, 86. I've always really enjoyed this slasher movie. It was one of those that was constantly on like the TBS network at, 2:00 in the morning on the weekends. And, it had never made the jump. It got one of those Warner on-demand DVD releases, which wasn't great, but it wasn't horrible. It deserved much better. Scream Factory came along. It isn't a collector's edition release, but it's still a pretty darn good release for Killer Party. The picture quality and the sound quality were both really good, I thought, and we got some new extras on here as well. If you've not seen Killer Party, it is a really, really fun, entertaining 80s slasher that not enough people have seen. Definitely check out Killer Party. Any fans of Killer Party in the chat? Uzi Suicide? All right, cool. You're down with Killer Party. I hear you. Piz, would you ever be interested in filming a scene-by-scene remake of Nightmare on Elm Street 2? With me in the lead as Jesse? Y'all ain't ready for that. It would just be too sexy. It'd just be too sexy. Me dancing on the bed with that popper thing in my hand. Y'all couldn't handle it. Just couldn't handle it. Hey, Garrett, what's up, man? Born to be Rad. How are you doing? Best release of the year for me is Phantom of the Mall. That might be... Phantom of the Mall might pop up on my list here. You never know. April, why do you play the fool? Great song. What an opening. The opening of Killer Party is it's a dream within a dream that's within a music video that a character's watching. A dream within a dream within a music video that another character is watching. I mean, come on. Talk about ambitious, right? Any live watch-alongs for your channel or region free coming soon? Jeremy wants to do a Valentine live commentary next month. For Valentine's Day, of course. So, I'll see. Oh my God, love my Killer Party Blu-ray. Cool, cool. I went crazy on Region B releases with my new toy 3-hammer box sets. Nice. Revenge Special Edition. Lots of vintage Arrow, Pam Grier, just for starters. Great year after I went outside Region A. Well done, Nico. I told you, man. Going region free just, opens up a whole new world for you. Scanner Cop 1 and 2 in 4K from Vincent takes your top spot, Marcus. I didn't get those, so I don't know. I can't judge them. But, yeah. Killer Party, number 8 on my list. My top 10 favorite physical media releases of last year. Our number 7 from Synapse Films. It is Massacre at Central High. Steelbook with a slipcase. I can't show you the back of the slipcase because it's naughty. I really can't even open this up and show you what's inside this steelbook because it's also very naughty. This is just an incredible film. I loved this movie. Such a great freaking movie. If you've not seen Massacre at Central High, I cannot recommend it any higher. The picture quality and the sound quality, like every Synapse Films release, is stellar. It's not a 4K, but I do believe the film was... maybe it wasn't remastered in 4K. No, apparently it wasn't. But the picture quality and the sound quality are both phenomenal on this release. A great movie, a great release, a great looking release too. Again, the steelbook with the slip. I mean, come on. Yeah, just incredible film. Any love for Massacre at Central High out there? Did not pick up Laughing Dead. I have not done my top 10 movies of last year either. I may have to do a live stream of that one too. I've got them pretty much ranked. I'm probably just going to do a live stream for that too, and just do my top 10 favorite movies of last year as a live stream. So, yeah. Demons is number 4. Isak, hey Pizzo, this is my first stream. Well, welcome. I'm glad you could make it, my friend. Phantom of the Mall and Night of the Demon are definitely two of my favorites of the year. Scott Murphy?
Yes, darling, what is it? Mother, this cloth smells of death.
Thank you, Autumn Blood, for the £5 super chat. That's very kind of you. Just wanted to say thank you for all you do, Pizzal. Your channel helped cheer me up during a difficult time in my life. Thank you for your channel. Oh, well, thank you very much, Autumn Blood. I appreciate the £5 super chat, and I'm glad that my channel could help you through a difficult time. I appreciate it. So Big Crack Rock, are you predicting that Demons will be number 4 on my list? The Demons release? Is that what you're predicting? Favorite shape mask is the Halloween 2 mask. You got this one, Brian Trash? Very good. Very good. Masker at Central High is excellent. I agree. I love student bodies. Love it. It deserves a better physical media release than what it's got. So hopefully, maybe it'll get a new physical media release in the new year. Or this year. Synapse a little pricey with those steel books in 4Ks. They are. I mean, there's no... it's true. They are. But in most cases, I mean, you get what you pay for. They are really good releases. There's no doubt about it. So, Massacre at Central High, number 7 on my top 10 favorites physical media releases of 2021. And there's Nick from the Lost River Drive-In. Nick, your ears must be burning. I was talking about you earlier in the stream. Will I be picking up the Hard Target 4K from Kino? Probably. I love Hard Target. Weren't there some issues with that release? I believe weren't there issues with that one? Your top favorite releases of 2021, Queen Fan 05, Scream Factory, Halloween's. Most wanted release in 2022 is It 1990 4K. And The Nightmare Before Christmas 4K. All right. Nice. We will all be paying more money for Martin and The Hitcher than those Synapse titles. That's probably true. That's probably true. Yeah. That's probably true. We were filming the podcast and Christian pulled up your live on his phone, so naturally I had to hop in to see what your favorites are. Well, that's cool. Very cool. All right, moving along. Number 6 on my... Piz, I'll be shocked if Delirium isn't on your top 10. Was Delirium released last year? Was that a 2021 Blu-ray release, really? I'll have to look at... I'll have to do some research on that one. I didn't think that was a 2021 release. I guess I could be wrong, though. Number 6 on my top 10 favorite physical media releases of 2021. Another 80s slasher that made its Blu-ray debut last year. Another one marked off my list. And that list is getting shorter and shorter every year, which is great. And at the end of the stream, I'm going to talk about some movies that I hope get physical media releases or new physical media releases this year. So we'll see what's still on the list. But at number 6, Rush Week, the Vinegar Syndrome release. I was giddy as a schoolgirl when they announced this Blu-ray. I was so freaking happy. This is like instead of comfort food, this is a comfort slasher for me. This is one that literally was on USA Up All Night like once a month. It seemed like it was constantly on USA Up All Night. And I don't know, something about it. I love it. I actually bought it. It got a DVD release, but it was like one of those very early DVD releases that just had, they considered the animated menu a special feature. That's how old the DVD was. And I bought it after it was long out of print for more than I should have bought it for, but I loved the movie so much that I wanted to see it on, I wanted to own it on DVD. So, but yeah, when Vinegar Syndrome announced this, I was just over the moon. I love this film. Beautiful slipcase. Beautiful slipcase. Is the slip reversible? Yes, the slip is reversible. It's not loaded with extras or anything like that, but picture quality and sound quality wise, it's phenomenal. Newly scanned and restored in 2K from its 35mm interpositive. Yeah, it looks great. It sounds great. It's one of my favorites 80s slashers. And yeah, such a fun movie. Such a fun movie. Yes. Rush Week, great release. That DVD was amazing. The cover art was hilarious. LOL. Yeah. Well, the cover art is the pretty much the reverse of the sleeve here. Oh no, you're right. That DVD cover art. Yeah. This was the art on like the VHS. The art on the DVD, yeah. The art on the DVD was horrible. Oh my God. Yes. I'm tempted to run back and grab that DVD just to show off the horrible artwork on it, but I'm not going to do that. Can you do this schoolgirl impression for us? I don't think you want to see it, but I was very, very happy. Very, very happy. Yes, I have heard that Halloween Ends is going to be about, it's going to include a lot of COVID stuff in it. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that. I really hope The Hitcher isn't over $50. I'll still buy it, but sheesh. I don't know. I don't want to guess how much it's going to be, but I mean it'll be. It's not going to be cheap. Put it that way. Not going to be cheap. All right, so number 6, Rush Week, and if you've not seen Rush Week, definitely check it out. Have I messed up the count? What number should we be on here? Okay, there's 10. 10, 9, 8, 7. Okay. Yeah, yeah. So Rush Week was number 7. I'm sorry. I can't count. All right. So Rush Week was number 7 on my top 10. Sorry. At number 6, we have another Vinegar Syndrome release. Another one that made its Blu-ray debut last year. Fade to Black. Any love for Fade to Black in the chat? Does House Shark have a sequel yet? Because if so, oh God. Oh. House Shark is dead. I killed House Shark with the samurai sword, remember? So, hey, horror fan Elliot, what's up? How are you? Dave, you went and saw Scream twice. Okay. Cool. I'm probably not going to see it again in the theater, but when it comes out on Blu-ray, I'll add it to the collection. But Fade to Black is another, it's an early 80s. I wouldn't call it a slasher. It's kind of more of a portrait of a young man who is obsessed with movies and loses himself literally in movies. Fade to Black is the best VS title in your opinion, Carl? It's definitely a good one. The picture quality and the sound quality on this release is stupendous. Let's see, wasn't it... Yes, 4K restoration from 35mm negative elements. I thought the picture quality looked fantastic. Lots and lots of extras on this one. And just a different kind of 80s horror movie. Not a slasher. It's got slasher-y elements. But Dennis Christopher, he dons different costumes to become his favorite movie villains and strikes out against those who have wronged him. There you go. You got the white slip. Oh, this came in a white slipcase? Really? Huh. I didn't know that. Wait a minute. This came out in 2020? Is that right? Did it? I thought I double checked and it came out. You might be right. Let's see. When did I review it? I reviewed it in February, but yeah, I guess it might have came out in 2020. Okay. My bad. I think that's where the confusion was. Or that's where the confusion came from. It came out in 2020, but I reviewed it in 2021. My bad. Has anybody... If Delirium came out in 2021, maybe I'll switch Fade to Black for Delirium. I don't know. Let's find out. You got the better slip piz. The other one was like, oh, the collage. Yes, that's right. I remember now. Yes, I remember that. Yes, very young Mickey Rourke. Yes. It was Black Friday. The Taxi Driver as a slasher. Not bad. Hey, what's up, Phil? How you doing, man? Okay, Black Friday 2020. All right, my bad. The confusion was I reviewed it in February of 2021, so I thought it came out in 2021. My bad. So we'll remove Fade to Black from the list. If somebody will check really quick for me and see if Delirium came out last year on Blu-ray, we'll replace Fade to Black with Delirium. So, my bad. Or I could just put one of the honorary mentions in its place. The Tix 4K release was great. I didn't get that one. I actually didn't get that one. You got your booster today and your wore out, but you stayed up to watch me. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. SB, you paused the stream to order Massacre at Central High. I don't think you'll be let down. Okay, so Delirium was released in 2021. I may have to add Delirium to the list then at number 5 because God, I love that movie. God, I love Delirium. Such a good movie. And I remember the Blu-ray being pretty darn good too. Just don't flip it around to the back because there's spoilers on the back of the Blu-ray. Hey, Mike Wolf, what's up? All right, so let's pretend, let's edit that snafu of mine. Let's edit that one out. That didn't happen. Number 5 is Delirium, not Fade to Black. You didn't see that. Thoughts on the upcoming RoboCop 4K? I got the standard edition that came out a couple of years ago, and it was really good. Actually, it was the limited edition, but it was just the standard Blu-ray. So that's a killer release, and I'm sure it's going to look awesome in 4K. So thank you, Mr. UFO Guy. Appreciate that. All right, so number 5 on my top 10 physical media releases of last year. And now I'm like, I'm nervous because I'm like going to have to double check everything. Did this come out in 2020 or 2021? This one came out in 2021. I'm positive. That's the Second Sight Films Lake Mungo limited edition. Now, Second Sight Films has come out of the gate. They're a relatively new company, but they've really come out of the gates strong with some killer releases. This is not the only Second Sight Films release on my list, but I love Lake Mungo. Any love for the movie in the chat? Nico for the yes, thank you, Nico. Thank you, Nico. The Arrow Argento 4K releases were excellent. Deep Red, Cat of Night. Yep, I got the Deep Red one, and Deep Red looks incredible in 4K. No doubt about that one. I'm talking about the Delirium from '87, Rock Music Forever. Lamberto Bava. Great freaking movie. But yeah, this is just a beautiful, beautiful release for Lake Mungo. This is a movie, the first time I saw it, I had conflicted feelings about it, but it was the kind of movie that I thought about a lot afterwards until I rewatched it. And then I was like, okay, this is an incredible film. And this is an incredible release for Lake Mungo from Second Sight Films. This one was doesn't say anything about the transfer back here, but the picture quality and the sound quality I thought were absolutely killer, and lots and lots of extras on here. And of course, it was a limited edition release, so it came with a really nice booklet and a poster. Just a killer release from Second Sight Films for Lake Mungo. No, Neon Knight. Thank you for letting me know. Thank you for letting me know. You want to pick up Raw from Second Sight? I wasn't a big fan of Raw. Maybe that's another one I need to revisit, but I was not a fan of Raw. Lake Mungo has what I consider the single creepiest moment I've ever seen in a film. Which one might that be? Because there's a number of really creepy scenes in Mungo. Lake Mungo oddly always makes me cry come the end. Wonderful film. Oh, that's right. Session 9 is Second Sight's newest release. I'm sure it'll be killer. Baby Herman is also mentioning the Phantom of the Mall Arrow release. That one may be on my list. We'll see. The cell phone footage scene, yes. That is a good one. That is a good one, Matt. Piz, if I asked, would you play Patrick Dempsey's character of Mark Kincaid, the cop in Scream 3, and Sidney's husband in Scream 6? Mark goes from a California model to a tall Southerner in 20 years. I think I could pull that off. I think I could pull that one off. So yes, I think I could make that one happen. Hey, Bacon Pew Pew, how are you doing? There's a lot of horror movies I've not seen that some would deem worthy of removal of my horror fan card. This is one of them. No, I wouldn't say that, Keith, but you should definitely check out Lake Mungo. It's worth your time, for sure. But yeah, this is just a killer release from Second Sight Films for a great movie. And if you've not seen Lake Mungo, check it out. What's number one Halloween Kills? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'm watching the stream and Casino whilst doing schoolwork. Man, Queen Fan, you are multitasking. You're watching me, Casino, and doing schoolwork. At what part are you in Casino? Have I said my favorite Scream Factory release of 2021? I've actually already talked there. Spoiler alert. There are no more Scream Factory releases in my list. We're down to the top 4. None of them are Scream Factories. So, I predict Piz's number 1 is the Dawn of the Dead 4K. That came out. Now, that one came out in 2020, I'm pretty sure, right? So that one didn't come out last year. Pretty sure that one came out in 2020. Hey, Dirk Jason Hall, what's up? How are you doing? All right, so number 4 on my list of top 10 favorite physical media releases of 2021. By the way, if you've not dropped a like on the stream, please do so. I would appreciate that. All right, here we go.
Man, you are one scared cat.
Oh.
They call me Reggie the Reckless.
Oh. Orc, thank you. Orc is a 7-month member of One Scared Cat. Thank you, man. That is very kind of you, sir. Hope you're doing well, Orc. Favorite A24 film? Man, that's a tough one. The most recent A21 film I saw, I really liked, and that was Red Rocket. So, I don't know what my favorite one would be though. That's a tough one. I'll just, I was going to say The Witch, but The Lighthouse was really good. I don't know. I can't. That's too difficult. Too difficult. Hey, Nitzal, how are you doing? I have the Friday the 13th game. It's $3 now on Xbox. Okay. Wow. Jeez, $3. Okay. The US Dawn came out in March 2021. All right, let me see. When did I review the Dawn of the Dead? Because I might have gotten the UK release. When did I review this?
Exquisite.
Okay, I reviewed it back in 2020. So I guess I got the European version. I don't know. So it came out for me in 2020. I liked Saint Maud a lot too. I've not seen Lamb yet. But I do want to see it. All right, number 4. Back to number 4. Number 4 on my top 10 favorite physical media releases of 2021. The Synapse Films Demons and Demons 2 4K. And Big Crack Rock, you called it. I don't know how it's freaky that you actually called this one. I'm literally, I really am kind of freaked out that you called this one. What is number 1? If you can guess number 1, what number 1 is, I'm just going to end the stream right now, and I'm going to go looking for cameras in my house. And or you've somehow gotten like a keylogger on my computer. So, ooh. But yes, the Synapse 4K of Demons and Demons 2, both of them look incredible in 4K. Lots of extras on here, and just the little accoutrements that I like to call them accoutrements that came with this release, I think are just killer. You get an invitation to Sally's birthday party. Sally, the birthday party from part 2. You get the golden ticket to the Metropole from the first film. And you get a couple of nice posters, and it's just a overall really solid release. Again, they both look fantastic in 4K. The picture quality and the sound quality are killer. Synapse is another company, like Blue Underground. They put a lot of time and a lot of effort into their 4Ks. They're pricey, but you get good quality for the price, in my opinion. My head will blow up if I try to push it. Josh says Phantom of the Mall is number 1. Maybe. We'll see. We shall see. But, Demons and Demons 2. We were talking about Lamberto Bava. This is like the second Lamberto Bava film on the list. If we're adding Delirium to the list, then there's actually 3 Lamberto Bava movies on my list. Wow. What a year for Lamberto Bava it was in 2021. Wow. But Synapse Films, Demons, and Demons 2 4K release. Number 4 on my list. At number 3 on my list of top 10 favorite physical media releases of 2021. Another one from Second Sight Films. This is The Guest in 4K. This is such an awesome movie. If you've not seen The Guest, you really should watch The Guest. This release is absolutely stunning. It's a great looking movie just in general. But in 4K, it's phenomenal. The picture quality and the sound quality on this release, just stunning. And tons of extras. It's a 3-disc release. We get, of course, the 4K, the standard Blu-ray, and the soundtrack on CD. And great soundtrack for this movie as well. Any love for The Guest in the chat? You got The Guest release, Phil? Mm-hmm. Very good. Yeah. Are we going to see a review of the new Ghostbusters? Probably not. Probably not. Actually, Matt, no. The Deep Red 4K release did not make the list. The movie looks incredible in 4K. There's no doubt about that. But it didn't make the list. But yeah, The Guest, it's not really a horror movie, although it's kind of horrific in spots. Actually, Adam Wingard, who directed the film, and what's the writer's name? Simon Barrett. They sort of they modeled Dan Stevens' character in this film after Michael Myers, which I think is cool. The movie takes place during Halloween. There's lots of Halloween movie references throughout the film as well. And yeah, just everything about this release is stunning. We get a big, thick booklet. We get a bunch of cards. And yeah, it's just, stunning. Stunning release. All around. I actually did not pick up the Donnie Darko 4K. I have the limited edition Blu-ray. And I decided just to stick with the Blu-ray. But yeah, if you've not seen The Guest, I can't recommend it any higher, and this is a killer release from Second Sight Films. And again, I've done reviews of this release and pretty much every release that's on this list, including the honorable mentions. So for a more in-depth review of any or all of these, the reviews are on my channel. All right, we're down to the top 2. I need a drink. Children, I thought about putting I thought about putting the Children of the Corn 4K as an honorable mention, because that 4K is such an improvement over the standard Blu-ray that it's almost night and day. I mean, if you put the Arrow Blu-ray that came out last year or the year before up against the new 4K, you know, people ask all the time, do I need to upgrade to 4K? Should I upgrade to 4K? Does it really matter? Look at the difference there between the Children of the Corn standard Blu-ray and the 4K. Yes, 4K does definitely matter. Maybe not with every single release, but with some releases, like the Children of the Corn, it's incredible. The difference is incredible. The Guest is great. I agree, Andrew. I agree. Killer Party was not an honorable mention. Killer Party was on the list. Killer Party was what number was Killer Party? That was number 10. Right? Or was it number 9? I don't remember anymore. But it wasn't an honorary mention. It actually made the list. The Guest is great fun, pure driven entertainment, beginning to end. Plus, I'm a sucker for Stevens, LOL. He's really good. He's really good in The Guest. Killer performance from him. Sting of the Scorpion, how's it going, man? How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. All right, we're getting down to the nitty gritty here. The top two. At number 2 on my list of top 10 physical media releases of 2021. It's been dropped multiple times in the chat. A lot of people seem to really love this release, and I agree. It's The Phantom of the Mall, Eric's Revenge. I love this movie. I remember renting this movie as a kid a couple of times and thinking that it was just kind of, meh. But seeing it again on this Blu-ray, I was just like, oh, I loved it. I loved every second of this movie. And this is another one of those. Had never made the jump from VHS. We can now scratch it off the list. But yes, every second of this movie I loved. And this release from Arrow Video, for all of you hardcore Phantom of the Mall fans out there, and I know there's a lot of you out there, this release was definitely for you. Picture quality and sound quality, I thought, were fantastic. Lots and lots of extras. This is the limited edition, which it went out of print, but then like it came back in print or something weird like that. Like it went out of print really quickly, and then I don't know, like it suddenly there were just more appeared. But yeah, and we get 2 cuts of the film on here. We get the theatrical cut, and then we get the theatrical cut that's got pieces of the TV cut into it for the ultimate Phantom of the Mall experience. See, Garrett's a fan of Phantom of the Mall. Absolutely. Easter egg on disc 1, 4th version of the film. What? A 4th version? Really? I'm going to have to, I used to love to search around for Easter eggs, but I've not done that in so long. So the integral cuts. Okay. All right. The integral cuts. I hear you. Hey, Febzer, how are you doing? I'm going to have to look into that integral cut. We are at 93 likes on YouTube. If you've not dropped a like on the stream, please do so. You think number 1 will be The Kindred? Oh, I don't know. Any more love for Phantom of the Mall? Just let it out. Just let all the love for this movie out, because this movie deserves a lot of love. But yeah, just a beautiful release. We get a poster, double-sided poster, a booklet. Just, such a fun movie. I'm glad it finally got not just any release, but a really good quality release. And Arrow really rolled out the red carpet for Phantom of the Mall, Eric's Revenge, and such a fun movie. Such a fun movie. I love it. I love when he works out in the walls of the mall. Great equipment he's got back there. Yeah, he's got quite a pad back there in the wherever he is in the mall. If he's in the bowels of the mall or in the attic, I can't tell. He's like, I don't know. He's all over the place in that mall, but he's got quite a pad. I believe he's got like power in his lair too. He's got like a TV and a really nice couch and workout equipment, and he's not doing bad for himself, honestly. POTM was your number one for the year. Daily Ghost. POTM. Oh, Phantom of the Mall. Okay. Yeah. Oh, Dirk, you need to check it out, man. You definitely need to check out Phantom of the Mall. Fun movie. Phantom of the Mall is cheesy and janky and also a masterpiece. I agree. I agree on everything you said. Yes. Phantom of the Mall is going for 100 bones on Amazon. Holy crap. I'm sure Arrow will have a standard release of this out soon, so keep your eyes peeled for that. Yeah. Phantoms needs to work out. Yes, of course. Why haven't we gotten a Phantoms 4K? Talk about a movie that deserves a 4K. It's Phantoms. I mean, come on. Phantom of the Mall, number 2. The countdown's gone fast. I mean, wow. Jeez. We're at number 1. Anybody want to take any guesses as to what number 1 is? Any guesses? Home Sweet Home needs a Blu-ray release. Yeah. Yeah, it does. I agree. Twilight 4K box set. I wish. Does that exist anyway? Is there a Twilight 4K box set? Any 80s horror? Any 80s horror movie that features Morgan Fairchild as the mayor is worth its weight in gold. I agree. I love Phantom of the Mall. My wife got it for Xmas for me. Ah, that's cool, Dave. Save the Last Dance. Halloween Kills is number 1. Halloween Kills, Dead and Buried. The Dead and Buried Blue Underground release is a good one. It did not make my list, though. Halloween Kills. Clifford, 94. Cool as Ice. Cool as Ice did get a Blu-ray release this year, didn't it? That's funny. Nothing But Trouble. It's one of my all-time favorite movies. It's not a horror movie. That might narrow it down. It's not, nope, not Ebola syndrome. No. I never got my hands on Night of the Demon, remember? Severin's website kept crashing on me, so I never got my hands on it. What's up, channel? How are you doing? Another 48 hours? I like another 48 hours, but no. Spaceballs. I love Spaceballs, yeah. You'd have more Severins on the list if their website ever worked. That's a possibility. It's not a horror movie. It's an Arrow release. And it's a 4K. Not Shawshank Redemption. Not Clockwork. I just recently got the Clockwork 4K. I've not had a chance to watch it yet, though. The Karate Kid box set. No? Nope, not the Beastmaster. Alligator might make the list next year. I don't know. Problem Child. I love Problem. Jeremy loves Problem Child too. All right. We've had some correct guesses, so I'll go ahead and unveil it. It is True Romance. Number one, my favorite physical media release of 2021. I love this movie to death. I was extremely excited when I heard that Arrow was releasing it on 4K. They had multiple different releases of this. Yeah, love this freaking movie to death. It looks great in 4K. The sound quality is spectacular. The extras are great. We get all kinds of cool stuff inside. I love that artwork too. Love that artwork. But we get a poster. We get a booklet with lots of cool, like, behind the scenes photos and stuff in it. There's Drexel. And there's Christopher Walken's character. Drexel is one of my favorite characters in movie history. Love me some Drexel. The late great Dennis Hopper. More Drexel. Oh goodness. Love this movie so much, man. And Arrow just, Arrow gave it a phenomenal release in 4K. Lots of nice extras, just cool stuff all around. See, we got some love for True Romance in the chats. Gary Oldman, the greatest of all time. Gary Oldman is, he's got to be the most versatile actor I've ever seen. The guy can literally play anything. So I just look at his body of work. He's played Dracula. He's played Sid Vicious. He's played Beethoven. He's played, just those three. Sid Vicious, Dracula, and Beethoven. I mean, come on. He's played a white pimp who thinks he's black in True Romance. Oh, God. Such a great movie. Incredible cast. Directed by Tony Scott. Of course, written by Quentin Tarantino. Oh, such a great movie. Such a great release. Great stuff. Oh, you're watching Titane right now, Garrett. I don't even know what to say right now. Then it's working. Yes, I loved Titane. Loved Titane. Yes, Mason Verger. Yes, Gary Oldman is Mason Verger in Hannibal. That's I also love Gary Oldman's character in The Professional. He's great in The Professional. But yeah, Gary Oldman can just play anything. Gary Oldman is the truth. Oh, you ordered a copy of this from Zavi, Big Crack Rock? Jeremy would like a Problem Child movie poster. That's true. He loves Problem Child. I've not seen Tiptoes. I didn't think Tiptoes was real. Like, if you watch that trailer, it doesn't seem like it's a real movie. It seems like it's some kind of, like it's a parody. But apparently it's a real movie. I've not seen it, but Tiptoes, yeah. Has anybody else seen Tiptoes? Romeo's Bleeding, yeah. Yep. Gary Oldman was quite good in Romeo is Bleeding. But yeah, there you go. My top 10 favorite physical media releases of last year. At number 1, Arrow's 4K limited edition for True Romance. Yeah. So what'd y'all think of the list? Before we get into my wish list for movies that I hope to get, that I hope will get physical media releases or new physical media releases this year. Solid choice. Great number 1. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, have you guys heard that they're making a new Christmas Story movie where Ralphie... It's Peter Billingsley, the same, he played Ralphie in the original. He's an adult now, of course, and he's taking his son to Cleveland, to like the old house where he lived during the first film, to share Christmas with him or something like that. I thought it actually sounded like it could be a good movie.
Mama?
Yes, darling, what is it?
Mother, this cloth smells of death.
Thank you, Taco Bella Lugosi, for the $5 super chat. Hey now, what's good, Piz? Tiptoes is an odd movie. I need to watch it. I do need to watch it. But thank you, Taco Bella Lugosi. I appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. If this stream doesn't end in a striptease, I'll be upset. I mean, you never know what's going to happen, but I don't think a striptease is in the cards for tonight. Oh, Tiptoes is very real. I follow cynical reviews, and his review for it is hysterical. Supposedly, Julie Haggerty will be Ralphie's mom? Huh. Okay. Thanks for sharing. Well, thanks for watching. Yeah, it's, yeah. So let's talk about movies that we want to see get a new physical media release this year. Are there any on your all's lists? And it doesn't have to be a movie that's never made the jump from VHS to DVD or Blu-ray. It could be a movie that got a DVD release but needs a new Blu-ray, or a movie that maybe got like an old standard crappy Blu-ray that needs either a new Blu-ray or a 4K. Gleaming the Cube. Do it right. No, probably not going to get the Halloween Kills figure. Isn't it pretty difficult to find? Piz, did you go all in with Silent Night Deadly Night Kickstarter? I supported it. So I did support the Silent Night Deadly Night game Kickstarter. Hard to Die, I agree. Hard to Die, absolutely. Maybe the Carnosaur movies? Oh, the Midnight Hour, yeah. That'd be a great one. That one definitely deserves a new release. Cruel Jaws 4K. I wish I would have got the Cruel Jaws Severin Blu-ray before they had to pull it. I wish. Thank you all for 108 likes on the stream. I appreciate it. That's very kind of y'all. Any Coffin Joe movie on Blu-ray or 4K? Okay. Uzi Suicide. Okay. Trick or Treat with Ozzy. Okay. Rampage 87. Yeah. The Keep. Yeah. I mean, that one's been on my list for a long time. I don't know if it's ever going to happen. I've heard a lot of weird things about that movie. It's not just the obvious that's keeping it from getting like a new release, but the obvious being like the soundtrack, and Michael Mann apparently hates it. But I also heard that some bad elements may have been behind financing that movie, and so that might be a big part of the reason why it's not come to Blu-ray or DVD officially, and why it may never come to Blu-ray or DVD officially. Kids on Blu-ray. Oy. Freddy's Nightmares. You'll never see Freddy's Nightmares on 4K. Never see Freddy's Nightmares on 4K. Even if they put those out on DVD, I mean, they're still going to look really rough. I thought Buffy the Vampire Slayer got a Blu-ray. All right, well, it's a lot of great picks there in the chats. Some of them are I'm gonna echo several of them here, because there's several that are on my list too. So let's have a look-see here. Number one on my 2022 physical media wish list. It's a movie that has been on my list for a long, long time. I love this movie so much. I'm hoping that 2022 is the year that it finally gets a Blu-ray or a 4K or both. Fright Night Part 2. I've talked about that movie a lot. I love it. I like Fright Night Part 2 better than the original. So, I love all the vampire characters. Of course, Julie Carmen, just so sexy as Regine. I've always loved that movie. So, hopefully this is the year Fright Night Part 2 gets its Blu-ray. Or 4K. Or both. Number 2 on my wish list. Psycho Cop. Now, Bobby Ray Schaefer, who played Psycho Cop in the Psycho Cop movies, actually mentioned he'd posted a picture of Psycho Cop on Facebook, and someone in the comments of that post asked about a Blu-ray, and he said that it's happening. And he confirmed that Vinegar Syndrome was doing it. Now, Vinegar Syndrome has not made anything official. They did release Psycho Cop Returns or Psycho Cop 2 on Blu-ray a few years ago. So, I mean, it makes sense that they would go after the original Psycho Cop. And Vinegar Syndrome has mentioned that at least one of their releases, one of their new releases for this year is a never on Blu-ray slasher. So, hopefully it is Psycho Cop. Number 3 on my list is Evil Laugh. That's another one I've talked a lot about. Late 80s slasher. It's bad, but it's bad in all the right ways. It's bad in all the right ways. So I would love to see Evil Laugh get a new Blu-ray release. Vinegar Syndrome seems like it would be the perfect company for an Evil Laugh release. I don't know. My fingers are crossed. We'll see what happens, but I love that movie. It's another one of those like early DVD releases where, like, closed captioning is considered a special feature. Although it does have an interview with Dominic Braja and Scott Baio's brother. I forget his name. I think there's a commentary on it too. No, Robert Zadar played Maniac Cop in the Maniac Cop films. Maniac Cop and Psycho Cop are often confused. The Crow 4K. Yeah. I could go for The Crow on 4K for sure. All right, next up on my list. This would be, it doesn't necessarily need to be a box set. Box set would be nice, but the Prom Night sequels. I think the Prom Night sequels need good Blu-ray releases. A lot of people prefer Hello, Mary Lou Prom Night 2 to the original. And Prom Night 2 is it's a darn good movie. It really has nothing. It's a sequel in name only. But it got a DVD release. It may have gotten a Blu-ray release overseas. I don't know. But nothing in the States. And Prom Night 3 and 4, which are also fun movies. Like part 3 is kind of a horror comedy, and part 4 is just a straight up slasher movie. So, hey, Lopke Vision Films, how you doing? Piz, you the man. Thank you, Dominic. Appreciate that. So yeah, the prom night sequels, if not a box set, a nice kind of collection where you could maybe get, all three of those discs inside of I don't know, just put them on Blu-ray, good quality Blu-ray, some extras, and there you go. Next up on my list, some more sequels. The Silent Night, Deadly Night 3, 4, and 5 sequels. They're not the best movies in the world. Part 5 I do think is a lot of fun. 3 is fun too. 4 definitely was not intended to be part of the Silent Night, Deadly Night series. But it somehow became a Silent Night, Deadly Night film. So it's an oddity, but I think those 3 movies deserve nice Blu-rays. So put them all together. Nice new transfers, some extras. You can get Bill Moseley to do an interview or a commentary for part 3. Clint Howard to do an interview or a commentary for 4. Geez, I don't know who you could get to do an interview or a commentary for 5, but I'm sure there's people out there who would do it. So yeah, there you go. The Silent Night, Deadly Night sequels 3, 4, and 5. More sequels. Sequels that I may be alone in liking, and that's the Howling sequels. Now, of course, we have the first one on Blu-ray from Scream Factory. We have the second one on Blu-ray from Scream Factory. The third one got a Blu-ray from Umbrella Entertainment, and maybe that's it. But let's do a new Part 3 Blu-ray, because I love the marsupials. And the rest of them. Yes, even New Moon Rising, which I want to listen to a commentary for New Moon Rising with the Australian guy, and just find out like what happened. You're alone with the Howling sequels. I mean, that doesn't surprise me. I do love them. I don't love New Moon Rising, but throw it in there anyway. Give it a Blu-ray. So yeah, the Howling sequels 3 through New Moon Rising. So you've got the Arrow Howling 2 great release. Yeah. Howling 2 is such a fun movie. 3 I think is great too. I think the Marsupials is a really fun, intelligent movie. Invisible Maniac it's actually an early 90s slasher movie. The director of that one, Adam Rifkin, he mentioned on Twitter some time ago that Invisible Maniac was getting a new Blu-ray, or was getting a Blu-ray release, but then, I don't know, it's not happened. I assumed that was going to be a Vinegar Syndrome release, but nothing's been announced, and I've not heard a thing about it since. But Invisible Maniac is a fun early 90s comedy, slasher, sleazy, low-budget movie. That's a lot of fun. So, Invisible Maniac needs a Blu-ray, and Vinegar Syndrome would be the perfect place for an Invisible Maniac Blu-ray. We all desperately need a Camp Blood 4K box set. Oh my God, the Camp Blood movies. How many are they up to in that series now? Like 15, 16, 17? I remember renting the first Camp Blood on VHS many, many years ago just because it looked the way that it looked. And I did find it to be pretty entertaining, honestly. My memories of that movie is that it was pretty entertaining. I'm pretty sure I saw Camp Blood too, but I don't remember anything about it. And I'm pretty sure they're up to like Camp Blood 16 or 17 at this point. Also on my list, Hard to Die and Sorority House Massacre 2. I've lumped them together because they're kind of the same movie. Directed by Jim Wynorski, the legendary Jim Wynorski. Sorority House Massacre 2 has no connection to the first Sorority House Massacre 2. It actually has more connections to Slumber Party Massacre than Sorority House Massacre. I know, it's confusing. The Massacre movies for Roger Corman. But Hard to Die is kind of like Sorority House Massacre 2, only instead of being inside of a sorority house, they're in like a high-rise building. Both really fun movies. Why Scream Factory didn't put the two out together on like one of those double feature Blu-rays, no clue. But both of those movies need a Blu-ray, that's for sure. Excuse me. About to lose my voice here. All right, and the last on the final selection, on my 2022 physical media wish list is the box set that I think we all have been wanting for the longest time. I've seen several people mention it in the chat. I think we all know where this is going. Of course, I'm talking about Nightmare on Elm Street. The rumors were that it was happening, and then it didn't happen. So I don't know what's going on with that box set. Surely some company has tried to make inroads to doing that box set. And for some reason or another, it's just not happened yet. But maybe 2022 is the year. We've got our Halloween box set. We've got our Friday the 13th box set. We've got, the Hellraiser Scarlet box. We just need a better Nightmare on Elm Street set. So I'm sure like I said, some company, Scream Factory, Arrow, you name it, I'm sure that they've made inquiries with Warner Brothers owns the movies now. So maybe something's holding that set back. I don't know. I don't know. But hopefully 2022 will be the year that we get the ultimate Nightmare on Elm Street box set. Where's our Texas Chainsaw set? Yeah. I mean, I think the problem with that one is the movies are split up between different. Well, I mean, the same thing happened with Halloween. All of those movies were split up between different companies, and it still happened. I don't think the Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise is quite as. I don't think it's looked upon as valuable as the Halloween series. So it would take a big effort to put a box set together with all those movies. First four film sets. I mean, that would be a pretty massive undertaking. So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. When's that new Texas Chainsaw coming out on Netflix? I know it's coming out next month, but I mean, February is like a week away, right? So I got to start selling blood for that Hit Your Second Sight set. It's not going to be cheap, JS, I'm sure, but Madman in 4K, The Burning in 4K. It depends on if they've got access to like the original negative or an interpositive. Because the 4K is only going to be as good as the source. If they can get the negative, that's the best, you know. That's where you plant the seeds of 4K, is like in the negative or in interpositive. That's how you get your best results in a 4K. Isn't Second Sight doing a drive release? Yes, I believe they are. How about a remastered Friday the 13th the series set with commentaries by Roby, John D. LeMaine, and Tom McLaughlin? That would be great. I think that would be great. I don't know how much better the picture quality could be on those, though, but yeah, I mean, some extras on those I think would be killer. Because, I mean, a lot of the people who worked on Friday the 13th movies also directed those. So, I mean, like you said, you know, Tom McLaughlin, Rob Hedden. I mean, there's a lot of familiar names that worked behind the scenes on those. So there'd be some good commentaries for those episodes. Tales from the Crypt, complete series on Blu-ray. Kenny and Company. Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right, Lobkey. The RoboCop TV series is coming to Blu-ray. Deep Rising in 4K. I like Deep Rising a lot. That's a fun movie. Not a lot of people talk about that one, but that's a fun movie. All right, so that pretty much wraps up my top 10 physical media releases of 2021 and my wish list for new physical media releases that I hope happen this year. Tales from the Dark Side needs to get a proper release with the original music restored. Thank you, Keith. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, this was fun. I'm glad I did it live instead of filming a traditional video. I'm probably going to do a live stream for my top 10 favorite movies of last year. Let's see. Where's my list? Let's see. Now, Big Crack Rock, if you can guess what number 4 is on my top 10 movies of 2021 list, there's something happening. Oh, Dr. Giggles. Yes. That should have been on my list. Dr. Giggles should have been on my list. Dr. Giggles needs a Blu-ray. I'm not sure why Dr. Giggles doesn't already have. Well, it did get a Blu-ray. It was on like a Blu-ray double pack with some other movie, but it needs its own standalone good quality Blu-ray. That is for sure. It's called Foresight. It's funny. A special edition of Bloodsport. You've got a Dr. Giggles standalone Blu-ray out of Mexico. Okay. Ugh. Body Parts got a good Blu-ray from Scream Factory, I think a year or two ago. Don't tell mom the babysitter's dead. I did a review of that one not long ago. So let's look at my top 10 films of 2021. There's a couple of movies that I still want to watch, but I mean, it gets to a point where, I mean, it's already almost February and I'm like, I don't want to be talking about my favorite movies of 2021 in, freaking March or so. And anyway, Crack Rock, there's no way you could guess what my fourth favorite movie of 2021 was. There's no way. There's just no way. If I gave you 1,000,000 guesses, you wouldn't guess it. The stylist, Nico, may actually be be among my top 10 favorite movies from last year. Halloween Kills. Dirk, are you saying that Halloween Kills is number 4 on my favorite movies of last year? Because you're close. You're really close with that one. Really close. Hey, Matthew, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. I'm going to do some shout outs here. Shout out to Nico. Thank you for the $10 super chat. Much appreciated, sir. Autumn Blood. Thank you for the £5 super chat. Appreciate that. Orc. Thank you for being a channel member for 7 months. Appreciate that. And Taco Bella Lugosi. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Very kind of you all. I'm thinking The Last Matinee is somewhere in the lower half of the Piz top 10. Ooh. Yeah. We'll see. We shall see. So, Thursday, I have got a Patreon live stream that will go live on 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you guys are tuning in for that one. I've got some more reviews coming out in the near future. A couple of more patron requested reviews, a couple of new Blu-ray reviews. I've got a statue review. I think I'm going to premiere a new segment or a new series for my channel called Storytime with Pizzal. And see how that goes. Got a couple of different ideas for stories. And so yeah, we'll see how that goes. Tact Dad, thank you for the $1.99 super chat, sir. Appreciate that. And shout out to your friend Brandon. Tales from Piz. Ooh.
Yes, darling, what is it? Mother, this cloth smells of death.
I like that name, Loki. I may have to steal that one. Tales from Piz. I'm going to steal that. Let me write that down. I'm stealing it. Tales from Piz. There we go. Talking about horror movies you saw in my childhood. The first two, no. The first 2 episodes I have in mind would not be that. No. Is that the story time with Pizzelle? Is that the ASMR stuff? Maybe I could, maybe that could be the ASMR stuff. What do I have to read here? I have the Orca novelization. I could read that in the ASMR voice. Smith sat back in his chair, removed his glasses, and polished them on his shirt. He sighed as though Swain were forcing him to explain the obvious. All right. So that's a possibility. All right, let's do some shout outs here. Some more shout outs. Who's still with me? We've got Dirk Jason Hall in the chat. We've got Queen Fan 05, The Daily Ghost, Robert Long, Rock Music Forever 90. Captain Halloween, Toronto Freddy Zombie 7979. Brian Trash, Joe Reese, Movie Fan. JS, Lopke Vision Films. Johnny, Jason Neal. Jason, how's it going, man? Hope you're doing well. Tact Dad 84. Ben Grimm. There's Big Crack Rock, Big Tubby, Sean Sr., Joe Cool, Phantasmat, PlayStation 9, Total Meltdown 2, Austin Rahodi, Jurassic John. Let's see, who else was with me tonight? SM Saraki 03. Homie. Thank you all for tuning in on YouTube. Much appreciated. There's Taco Bella Lugosi. Let's see who's still with me over on Twitch. We've got Febzer, Uzi Suicide, Sting of the Scorpion, Riordan. It's a 4K. The True Romance release is a 4K Riordan, so it is region free. 4K is natively region free. Killer Cutie 07 and Scary Jerry, thank y'all for tuning in over on Twitch. All right, y'all. Tonight was fun. I appreciate it. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. And talking physical media. And hopefully we've got a lot more great physical media in store for us this year. I certainly hope so. I think that we're getting 2022 starting off with a good start with the Alligator and Alligator 2 releases coming out from Scream Factory. Alligator is, of course, a 4K. So that's great. Later in the year, we're going to finally get Martin from Second Sight Films. We're getting the Hitcher in 4K from Second Sight Films. So there's already some stuff that's been announced that we can, look forward to. I think that's great. So, all right, again, thank y'all for tuning in. I appreciate it. If you haven't dropped a like on the stream, please do so. I would appreciate that also. All right, I'm going to stop talking now because I'm about to lose my voice. And I'm blathering. So, thanks again for tuning in. Have a great night. We'll see you again real soon. Peace.